Thank you, Madam President, and colleagues. And in contrast to my respectable colleague from Carmel that claims that we're protecting the democratic rights of the voters by this bill, I'm going to say to the contrary that we're stripping our residents of their democratic rights. You know, it's funny that when you have a bill like this that benefits on one side, that there are obstacles that are purposely put in place to further the agenda of those on the other side of the aisle. But I certainly didn't see any outrage when we were promoting Prop 47 and Prop 57, where our citizens were sold a bag of goods and never recognized that we would be decriminalizing from felonies to misdemeanors, heroin and methamphetamine. And, you know, I don't think Hiram Johnson had it in mind that we would have paid signature gatherers that are chartered with getting things on the agenda instead of having the passion of people that feel that the democracy has gone wrong and as a result initiated signature campaigns to correct wrongs with legislative leaders that they have put into office. You know, these signature gatherers get paid by the signature, sometimes $5 to $12 a signature, and frankly, they are going to do whatever they need to do to get people to sign those petitions. But this institution has safeguarded the process by ensuring that the full text of the referendum or recall petition is attached to the signature log that constituents are being requested to sign. They have the right to review all that material, word by word, sentence by sentence, to ensure that what they're signing is in conformance with their beliefs. And even after the fact, if they chose to listen to the signature gatherer's pitch and they signed the petition, certainly there's always a campaign for a referendum or a recall petition for that matter. And the citizens will hear both sides and they will have that opportunity to change their mind when in fact the ballots get delivered. They have an opportunity to study the issue, and I give our citizens a lot of credit. I think they're smart and they will come to the appropriate conclusion. But this bill and its predecessors have been admonished by almost every major newspaper, left-leaning newspapers, that call this a power grab, that say this is totally inappropriate. And I'm going to predict that it's probably going to move forward here today because there's a lot at stake. The two-thirds majority in the Senate is at stake, and I can certainly understand the passion of the left to try to do what they can to preserve that two-thirds majority. But think very carefully about what you're doing here today. While it's apparent that you're protecting an esteemed member of this institution, a person that I actually like and I do respect, this is not a personal issue for me. This is a constitutional issue. But it's something that 50% of us are going to deal with in June of 2018. This has been targeted as a single issue recall ballot issue, but let me tell you, my colleagues and my friends, that the ramifications of the tax on gasoline, the increase in the vehicle license fees, whether you supported it or you didn't support it, it is going to become an issue in your elections because in November the gasoline price is going to go up. In January, 40 million constituents, 30 million cars, vehicles we have in the state of California, 1/12 of the population in January, February, March, April, May, June are going to get their vehicle license bills, their fee bills. And they are going to see some draconian increases in those vehicle license fees, and they're going to question, who do I blame for this? I can't afford another $175 a year. I can't afford another $86 a year. I'm struggling to get from my home to work and back every single day. Who do I blame for this? And so an issue that you probably didn't expect to be a part of your campaign and your primary, you're going to have to defend and you're going to have to address. So I don't think it's in your best interest to do this, but I believe that you're going to pass it. But the bottom line is that we are circumventing the constitutional processes that have been outlined in our history for over 100 years. One thing that I know our citizens find very insulting is when you pass legislation that takes their rights away. This bill takes your citizens' rights away, their constitutional right to support a recall effort. Whether it is deserved or not deserved, it is written in the Constitution that if you get the requisite number of signatures that you can, in fact, recall anyone. So it would be my recommendation that you vote no on SB 117, and let's stand up for the citizens that help make this state great by following our Constitution instead of adulterating our Constitution for the benefit of one member. I urge a no vote on SB 117.